I watched you in Alberti earlier. I like this kind of mauve color on you. It's very nice for summer.
I'm trying exactly right. I feel, you know, got to dress for the occasion, so here we are.
Well, and here's the occasion. A big deal from HP. It is that time of year where there's a graduation every weekend. So is it the gift because someone's now going to be into their senior year? Is it a gift because someone's going to start their new career? Is it a gift because everybody's sharing computers and going crazy at the home and mom wants her own? Well, from a #1 brand, HP, Alex is showing you 15 inches.
Yeah.
So that perfect size that's not too big and not too small. Are you touching this computer?
Ooh, I sure am.
Yay!
Touchscreen, so much fun to be able to use.
I think once you go touch, you never can change. And so now that our phones are touch and so many things are, that's the way to upgrade. And then tell everybody real quick before we go into colors, all the verbiage that the computer pros want to know about, like what does AMD Athlon mean and 4 gigabytes, and does this have Windows 11, and does it have Microsoft Office?
So the answer is yes, yes, yes. Let me dive in really quick. I'll give you a quick high-level overview of what the specs are. We'll take a tour. We're going to dive in deep, and I'm going to show you some things that I have never ever shown off before that are probably going to knock your socks off, because my socks flew right across the room when I saw what this can do, and that's thanks to Windows 11 and all these really cool updates. Okay, so first things first. Of course, HP. We're #1 in so many different categories. That's why you shop here at QVC, right? We give you things you can't find anywhere else. Inside of the computer is an Athlon processor. I like to say that's the brain or the engine. That's going to give you your power and performance. That's going to allow you to do all the things that you normally do, like shop, stream, work, play. You get 4 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM. This is super important that you know that DDR5 is the latest version of RAM, which means it's going to be quicker, more efficient. It's going to be able to give you faster multitasking. And speaking of faster, you tie everything in with a solid state drive. That's what gives you responsiveness when you open up files. It also means that we are able to make this computer super lightweight by putting in the solid state drive. It weighs 3 pounds. There are no moving parts, so it's whisper quiet. You're just going to love being able to have this computer and how quick and responsive it is. And then you've got some great bells and whistles, which we'll tell you all about. But ultimately, this is a perfect computer to take with you on the go, take with you if you're a student, maybe just have an extra computer in the household. There's so many reasons to fall in love with this particular computer.
Well, and let me walk everybody through their colors and the value, because we're going to throw in a software package. The software you're going to fall in love with, but the discount is even more appealing. So first up, this color right here is called Moonlight Blue. I think it's my favorite. It's a little bit of like a silvery kind of grayish blue. If you hop over here, this is exclusive to QVC, and I just want to spin it around real quick. This one is your aqua choice, so we're calling it Aquamarine Sky, and look at the keyboard design. Isn't that fabulous? I mean, again, if you're fighting the crowd for the use of the laptop at home, or you just want a great upgrade, I'm thinking moms all over, that's our belated Mother's Day present. Then this is your pink. It's called Sun-Kissed Plum, and it too is exclusive. I don't have the longest arm, so forgive me, my camera team. It's hard for me to spin this around, but I want you to see the inside. I know the mouse is going to have that same print on it, but when you really see the visual here, it calls your name. If you love pink, if you want to gift this to somebody, so when he or she takes it out of the briefcase or takes it out of the duffel bag or walks into the building, whether it's college or office, with that pink, everybody knows it's their computer. And then finally, right down here, if you are just one to be a little bit more quiet with your computers and a little bit more neutral, you want what we call diamond white. Diamond white, if you were shopping for paint, is where they take white and they give it a little shimmer, and they add a little dollop of gray, and that's what diamond white is. Now, if my team has a chart of all the software, Alex, this is where the value really kicks in. We are giving our customers a configuration that would normally be $825. We are more than 50% off with our discount. We are moving you to a price point of $390, but only for a few days. When I look at this software, it would cost $295 to get bigger brain, so I want to hear a sentence or two on that. And it's one of those moments where this is the true gift because it's the laptop, but it's all the software included.
Yeah, there's so much to get excited about, and with bigger brains, that's going to help you learn your computer inside and out. There are so many different courses that you can take online using bigger brains to learn Windows 11, although Windows 11 is so easy to use. We'll show you all about that. You can also learn things like Microsoft 365, which is included in this particular computer. Normally it's an option, but we are really giving you everything that we know that you want and need. So bigger brains is going to be something that you're going to turn to, that you're really going to enjoy being able to use.
Well, let's go over all the features because
All
with
right.
this great 50% off discount, this is really the time to think who needs the new laptop, you or someone in your family. I think we've got this wonderful image that's going to pop up that's going to show everybody the features because there's really not much that this computer does not have, Alex.
Exactly, and let's talk about this operating system, Amy. So this is Windows 11, and Windows 11 brings you closer to the things that you love. We're going to tell you after this video, after I give you an overview, why it's so important that you know that you're getting Windows 11, because if you have Windows 10, little spoiler here, it's gonna no longer be supported in October. So with Windows 11, you have a very familiar experience. If you've ever used a smartphone or a tablet, it's that same type of simplicity. Yet you can do so much with it. Maybe you wanna change the way that your computer looks in terms of colors. You can change that. You can snap apps on the screen. For real multitasking, you can actually split the screen up to 4 different ways. In addition to that, you can actually connect this computer to another monitor or display. And speaking of connecting, how about connecting with family and friends at just one touch? In a matter of moments, you can have a video, voice, to text conversation, attend virtual meetings and events. It's really so great to be able to use the included webcam. You also have your very own page of widgets. These are little bite-sized apps of the things that matter the most to you that are constantly being updated for you. And with this computer, there's so many different ways to interact with it, whether you want to touch the screen, the trackpad, use the wireless mouse, or even use your voice, because there's even accessibility features built into it. With this computer and this beautiful 15-inch display, it's all about multimedia as well, not just working, but how about playing? You can stream games thanks to Game Pass. And then you have access to the Microsoft Store, which the Microsoft Store is really the gateway to download apps and programs and books and music. Pretty much everything you think of is right here in the store.
Well, and will you give us a tour? Because if we were all physically together, I think one of the first things we do when shopping for a computer is spin it around 360, make sure there's a webcam,
Of course.
check out the speakers, where can I plug things in? So will you show that all to us, Alex?
You got it. So the very first thing you're going to notice is a beautiful 15-inch high-def display with the narrow bezels. You're going to fall in love with the screen. I always like to say it's like you're looking into a window with these bezels that are so thin. Right up top here, this is actually your HP True Vision high definition web camera. I can just start typing in the word camera here in the search bar, and you see it automatically auto-populates, and then within a matter of seconds you'll see this light turn on, which means that the web camera's on. However, take a look at what we have up here. We have a little privacy switch, which I love because so many folks out there will put a little sticker there just to make sure that accidentally they don't turn on their camera or they leave it on. You can just flip this over right here, and that's going to completely kill the feed. And we took privacy a little step further with this computer, Amy, because look what we did. Right down here with this keyboard, which, oh, by the way, is backlit, which we know that you love. Well, what we've done is right over here, we actually added a little microphone kill switch as well, because maybe you killed the webcam and you turned it off, but maybe the microphone is still on. Well, not the case with this computer. You can turn it on and off right there.
I imagine these are all upgrades now that
Right.
America works so differently now.
Exactly.
And we work in our kitchens and we work in our dining rooms, we work in our in-home offices. And when the kids come home from school and interrupt you, Mom, and say, I hated my lunch today. Oh, quick, turn off the microphone.
Exactly.
Oh, quick, turn off the camera,
That's
right?
right. You got it. Another thing I love about this is the fact that we give you the full numeric keypad here. Let me tell you, even if you just use these numbers every now and then, you're going to be so grateful you have that. Right below that, this little square, that's a fingerprint reader. So when you first start this computer, it will ask you if you want to register your fingerprint. This is so great because instead of always having to type in a password, you just place your finger there. It's going to log you in. It's super secure, so that is a wonderful thing to have. You've got your HP image pad here, so you can actually use multi-gesture support here. So if you don't always want to touch the screen, no worries, you can use this. And then let me take you on a little tour of the ports. This computer, by the way, 3 pounds. It's insane to think about everything that you're getting in here for just 3 pounds, and it's so lightweight and portable. You've got a super speed USB port here. This little black thing, that's the little dongle that comes along with your wireless mouse. Please don't throw that out. That's how your computer communicates with your mouse. You've got your HDMI out. This is going to allow you to connect this to another monitor or display. Next to that, you have the USB-C port. All the new electronics are coming out with USB-C. You're going to be super grateful you have it in your brand new HP laptop. And then a little further down the road, right over here, we have your headphone and microphone jack. So you can plug in a pair of headphones, listen to your music and movies. And by the way, if you want to go wireless, you have Bluetooth with this computer as well. On the opposite side, you've got a power input right here. Your power cord, of course, comes with it. Battery life on this, up to 12 hours and a half. That's insane. You also have HP Fast Charge, which allows you to charge it 50% in just 45 minutes. And then last but not least, you've got another super speed USB port on this side.
Well, if it's time to upgrade your computer because maybe yours isn't holding the charge like it used to, maybe yours is slowing down, maybe you can't remember when you bought it and you swear you've had this thing in your life for 6, 7, 8 years, this has all that new latest technology, but for a huge discount. The configuration that we're giving you that includes the computer and the mouse, but again, all the hardware and software, that would be over $800. This is 50% off, and only for a few days can we offer $390 as your price instead of $825. Plus, don't forget there's free shipping as well. And then if you want to do the payment to pay that way, it's $78 due today. We get it to you as quick as we can. You continue with those monthly payments, but the entire time you're using your computer. And now, real quick, before we kind of go into Microsoft and my favorite new thing, which is Copilot.
Oh, goodness.
I can't wait for you to hear about that. Can I just talk about the software real quick?
Of course.
Like, what is Hotspot Shield Premium, and why would a customer want that?
That's a great question. So, by the way, all that little software voucher, this is what it looks like here. It's going to come in a postcard inside of your box, so please don't throw this out. On the back, you're going to get a website with all of the activation codes for all of the software titles that we're talking about, including password. It was Hotspot Shield Premium that you mentioned, right?
It was, but you can tell me about anything.
Oh, sure thing. So this is great, Amy, because you know how many times, how when we go out and about, like let's say to a coffee shop, they say you never want to like access your banking information over the Wi-Fi because it's public Wi-Fi, and basically hackers can hack into that public Wi-Fi and then access your computer. So what Hotspot Shield Premium does is it basically kind of makes your computer invisible. I like to say it puts a force field around your computer so that your computer isn't visible to those hackers, and that is so important, especially when you're traveling, let's say to a hotel, a coffee shop, basically any place outside of your home network.
That's why I wanted you to talk about Hotspot, because I just find that is so important when you gift it to somebody too. Because think about it, maybe this is what someone's going to now go off to college with or go off and start their career with. You're gifting all that software. I think another one that's important to talk about is Bigger Brains. What does that mean for everybody at home?
So Bigger Brains, these are training courses and training modules that basically you take at your own convenience. All of the software titles, by the way, can be located and read right here on the product description page. Just go to QVC.com and check out our big deal, and you'll see all the descriptions of all those great software titles. But Bigger Brains is really great because that's going to allow you to learn Windows 11. If you're the type of person that really likes to dive in deep and learn the insides and outs, that's what Bigger Brains is going to give you. You get an entire year of all these great training modules, and it will even teach you Microsoft 365, which is included as well in this computer.
So you might find not just QVC.com, that's what I'm doing right now, not just, your online banking, not just your shopping, and looking at photos and calling friends. Now you are also becoming a pro with all that this computer entails, that you might find that you're creating more, and you're not just having fun, and you're not just doing your work obligations, but you're truly enjoying everything this computer can offer with a 50% off discount. Now, which color do you want? Because I'm obsessed with this aqua, and the inside, the outside, the mouse is going to match. That's going to be exclusive to QVC. It's called Aquamarine Sky. If you hop over though to see all the colors, this one right here is that moonlight blue if you want something fun but not bold. Then if you move down here, another option that's exclusive to QVC, this is that pink choice that we call Sun-Kissed Plum. And then down below, this one is white-ish. It's called Diamond White, and it's got this gleam and this glisten to it with like a dollop of silver into the white. If you want the aquamarine sky that I so love, it is a huge hit. There's like a little floral print to the keyboard, and your mouse is going to
So
look
much
like
fun.
that too. So this is your gift for yourself. Maybe you gift the old laptop to somebody else to take off to school with them, or you just treat yourself to a brand that you know and love. I have an HP laptop, and it's my favorite. It's like my pride and joy. All the kids are using tablets, but I want my good, and I think mine's a 17-inch that I have at home.
Oh,